version of who?
Doing it with the help of his own classic music.
I'm very, very lucky to have had 30 glorious years with her. You know, it makes it harder to lose her.
Nothing prepares you. I mean, you had the 2 years.
I don't think you can get prepared for that. No, it's just horribly sad. And I think, you know, as I say, I just decided that instead of just say, right, that's it, I'm British, oh, you know, get on with it. I thought, right, I'm going to sit here and cry, you know. So I did. Anyone who came round, who just cried, hello, I don't know you. Many times. My girlfriend, really. We kind of got married, you know, I got kind of knighted, she became Lady Linda, but we're still just boyfriend and girlfriend in a way. You know, we were very lucky. Gorgeous kids together, you know, so we spent a lot of time together.
Yes.
That was a great thing. We never really wanted to be apart. People would say, well, you know, why aren't you on your own tonight? We said, well, why? She's great, you know, I like her. I like sleeping with her, she's good. I'm all shook up.
On the show airing April 15th on the BBC America cable channel, Paul sings some rock oldies Linda had wanted him to record.
She wanted to keep very much our feet on the ground, and for the kids and for us both. So, you know, we did that. We put them through state schools instead of Eton and all the posh schools. Sure. Even though our friends say, oh, Paul, you've got to give them the best chance in life. Your son's got to go to Eton, of course. Get his name down. I could imagine him coming home. Hello, Papa. All right, James, how you doing, sir?
Tomorrow, Paul talks about turning to whiskey after the Beatles broke up. And for the first time, he performs the song he wrote after Linda's death. And we'll be right back with Darva and her mystery man. Music. Tonight, we have the debut of the song he wrote in memory of his true love lost.
What am I to do if I don't have you? I'll be feeling blue.
It's a Paul McCartney song you've never heard before, written after his wife Linda died while he sat alone in a New York hotel room.
Sitting here without you. She was such a beautiful woman, you know, a strong woman. She's a difficult woman to lose.
During his interview with BBC America's Michael Parkinson, Paul says it was Linda who lifted him from a haze of alcohol and depression after the Beatles broke up.
This was a big job I'd lost and couldn't think of the next one I was going to take. So, yeah, I didn't want to get up in the morning. When I did get up, I went straight to the whiskey. Hey, whoa, lovely. By about, 3 o'clock, I was out of it. We'll go back to bed again. So, and that's not very me, all that. But luckily, Linda was there, and she said, excuse me, I don't think you want to do that, do you? So she kept me straight eventually, but I had a few months of going off.
This song, 20 Flight Rock, was the song Paul sang when he auditioned for John's band the first time they met.
What was he like? Describe him to us. Tell
John, he was beautiful. He was a very lovable guy. Very warm-hearted and great friend,
I mean, how upsetting was it when the split occurred, where some very cruel things were said, particularly about yourself, by John?
Well, we kind of had a war in the newspapers, It was like, well, I think you're that, well, I think you're that, and there was a lot of that went on. And it was very upsetting, it was terrible. But the great thing about it was that after all that warring, before he died, we did make it up. I would come to New York and sort of say, let's get together. Yeah, what do you want?
But as was speculated in the recent VH1 movie about their reported reunion, Paul says John softened up.
We had some really good conversations, and thankfully for me, we were really good friends by the time he died. I'd hate to have left it on that other note. It would have been just ultimate tragedy for me.
Had he not been killed as he was, you would have been together again, that you would have written again, that you would have been a partnership again?
I don't know. It would be. It's nice to think we would.
Sure is. You can see all of Paul's interview 1 week from Saturday on the BBC America cable channel. And we'll be right back with more of Paul's song for Linda and Rick Rockwell's new job.
30 years. But recently we learned that Linda's legacy will live on in the form of a $1 million endowment to the University of Arizona Cancer Center. It is just one of dozens of love songs Paul McCartney dedicated to his wife Linda, who died on April 18, 1999, of breast cancer. She was first diagnosed in 1995. It was a baffling case. No family history of the disease. She ate right and exercised. Still, Linda died here at the McCartney's beloved Tucson ranch at age 56. Linda was treated in part at the University of Arizona Cancer Center, which honored the McCartney's request for privacy. So Linda got some of her treatment at the ranch.
One of the reasons that Tucson was so near and dear to their hearts was that the Tucson community allowed them to have a private life. They didn't intrude. They respected their privacy when they were out in public. They didn't gawk at them. They didn't run up and ask for autographs.
Through the adversity, the McCartneys and the Cancer Center formed a strong bond. And late last year, the family gave a $1 million endowment in Linda's name to the center for cancer research. But there was one condition.
In this particular case, it was making sure that the money didn't support animal research. I think everyone knows how they felt about animals, and we will honor that.
Linda's celebrity status focused more attention on breast cancer, which kills 44,000 American women every year. But research like that being conducted at the Cancer Center is yielding exciting results, major advances in diagnosis, treatment, and prevention. The Linda McCartney Endowment Fund will, like Paul's love songs, keep her memory alive for a very long time.
He was the leader of the most famous band in the world.
I'm Paul McCartney.
I know.
And together,
Let's get married.
their love would survive rock's wildest years.
I'm not supposed to tell you, but I'm leaving the group.
You are a grown man and you do not need John.
And the tragedy they shared as one.
I got the results of the test.
Who beat it? You'll see.
See the greatest romance in the history of rock and roll
I will never, ever leave you.
through the eyes of Linda McCartney. CBS Next.
The CBS Sunday movie will begin immediately following.
Good evening, I'm Doug Bell. Tonight on KPA.
Story which touched on her life as a Beatles wife. But as Morgan Lowe reports, McCartney also had great ties to southern Arizona.
La 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 lovely Linda.
The peaceful view of Tucson's Rincon Mountains were a staple of Paul and Linda McCartney's vacation plans. Their ranch home was also where Linda chose to spend her last living days. The University of Arizona lured Linda to Tucson back in 1960. It's where she learned how to use a camera for the first time. Linda was able to capture intimate portraits of some of the era's leading rock and roll stars.
La 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 lovely Linda. With the lovely flowers in her hair.
Photography also led Linda to Beatle Paul McCartney, whom she married in March of 1969.
Paul, what's it feel like to be married at last?
Between all the rocking and rolling, the McCartneys still found time to visit Tucson, popping up in places all over town. When they ate at this restaurant, Linda would take over the kitchen and make vegetarian dishes for Paul. Animal rights and the vegetarian lifestyle played a large role in the McCartneys' lives, but Linda's lasting legacy in Tucson will likely be a gift made to the Arizona Cancer Center by Paul after Linda's death. It's a thank you for the care she received here while she was $1 million endowment to help find a cure for breast cancer. In Tucson, Morgan Lowe, KPHO TV5 News.
The money from the Linda McCartney Endowment Fund can only be used for research.